Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. We have two in one news to render. The first is the fact that Governor Hope Uzodinma said some certain things as at some hours ago before his home residence was attacked by UGM. And of course, some persons went down, some security personnel went down, and he has this to say hours before this happened in his hometown. But before we go in his home, actually his home residence. But before going to the newspaper, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's start with hours ago what Governor Hope Uzodinma said, and of course what happened and the number of personnel that went down during the whole saga. Governor Hope Uzodinma has announced that 50 suspects have been arrested in connection with the recent attacks in Imo State. Addressing reporters after meeting President Buhari as at Friday, Uzodinma alleged that those funding banditry are politicians. He also asked security agencies to make their names available to the press because what they want to do is to distract a government that is focused. The governor stressed that claims of no job creation, people are not feeding, salaries are not paid, infrastructures and the rest had been going down since 2015. Uzodinma said, if this government is not doing well, I'll be one of those that will declare the government is not doing well. But the situation where you leave the former way, ethical way of doing politics and you are now sponsoring banditry to bring down the government, for Christ's sake, we should rise and condemn it. All of us should. This was the statement he made some hours ago, and some hours later, this happened in his hometown. Now, this happened some few minutes afterwards in his hometown. Said a few minutes after killing two security operatives at Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma's house in Awomamo Oru East local government area, a policeman and an operative of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps were killed by unknown gunmen in their private vehicles at Mbidi Junction. The UGM had in early hours of Saturday went down to cause chaos in the country home of Uzodinma. This is really serious. So, the UGM who invaded the governor's house also brought down two security men on duty before touching the house. After doing all this, they were still able to run down the house and set it ablaze. It just said the UGM also burned some parts of the building and vehicles parked in the compound. Confirming the incident, State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Declan Emelumba, he said it is true, but the information is not clear. It is not true that several security men lost their lives. About two security men on duty at the governor's house were killed. NSCDC personnel was among the security men who lost their lives during the attack. Sources said that the UGM killed two security operatives at Mbidi Junction, a police sergeant, and an NSCDC officer. The incident is coming few days after UGM attacked the police headquarters and the correctional center in Owerri, Imo State, setting 38 vehicles ablaze and freeing 1,844 inmates. Police stations have also come under serious attack in the region, with many officers killed. Southeast governors recently announced a joint security outfit codenamed Ebubago to battle rising security in the southeastern region. This is very sad. It should be condemned. Now, let's just look at this thing critically. Sentiment aside, all right, this is a sitting governor, and in his hometown, his residence in his hometown was razed down. They had security personnel actually guarding the place. They successfully brought down two security personnel, a sergeant, a police officer, and a civil defense officer. They didn't stop there, which means they had enough time. They were able to, touch some parts of the building to burn it, set it ablaze, and the vehicles parked in the compound also set ablaze, which means they had ample time. Now, there's no way you say that there's no one or two, there are no persons out there who so must have seen them, or there are no intel or classified intel somewhere, somehow, that wouldn't have heard one or two things about this. Now, let me paint a scenario that a whole lot of persons who are like looking at this as like we've checked some of the commentaries in social media, they seem to be encouraging it. Nobody should encourage chaos. Anarchy is about to set in, and when anarchy sets in, nobody has authority. Everybody, it becomes no man's land. It becomes where everybody has power rules, might now, not power now, might rules. Whoever that have physical strength governs the day. Imagine a situation where you are in your home and one miscreant comes around and says, hey, give me your pot of soup, or says, give me whatever it is you have in your house. Who do you run to? The security personnel, their correctional centers, their police stations, even the police have come under attack in one form or the other. Who will protect you? Who would you meet? Imagine if you have problems with your brother. There's this land disputes that always happen. It's not your land, it's your land. Okay, this Fulani herdsmen issue where Fulani bandits, they come into your farmland, they eat all your crops. Who do you call? Okay, ESN is meant to take care of the bushes. Okay, that's understood. What about in the cities? Who is to put law and order in the cities? If the chief security officer comes under attack, the citizens themselves are not safe for. Because I noticed that it's graduating. And if this is allowed to continue, we are seeing South is looking like South, not Northeast, and in no distance time. Investments that people are looking for to encourage a growth in the region will not come. Who wants to come and invest in a place where there is anarchy? Who wants to come and invest in a place where they can't even walk into a police station and they will get a confident, encouraged police officer to come and man their outfit? Nobody. So who are they going to call? Some persons are saying in some comments online that I read, some of them are saying, okay, in a situation where there's no security like police officers, ESN should take over. Are there firms and society, firms, parastatals, would they be able to get ESN number to come and be guarding their parastata? Police officers are meant by law to do that. Look, there are ways. I do not know who these unknown government are, but honestly, they need these guys that are doing this, trying to bring anarchy to the state. It's so not right. While Governor Uzodinma is placing it on the head of opposition who are trying to make his governance terrible, make the state ungovernable. Some persons are saying it could be the other way around. That is an internal thing that has nothing to do with the Fulani bandit. That is an internal thing. But what if, in the midst of all this chaos within the state, now the people that they have, because of them, they created regional security outfits, and because of the banditry that is going on, they created them, can now come in and have a field day while everybody is still busy pointing accusing finger. This will not all go well eventually. At the end of the day, who is guarding who? Who will eventually cover the common man, the common Biafran, quote and unquote, in his land?